Well, Kathy Galvin rang me up or got in touch with me by email maybe, I forget which, explained the project, said you don't happen to have, or would you like to write poems on this particular theme, and astoundingly I thought yes, I could do that because I've got two ready. They were ones I did before, and they seem to fit. My surname means red in Scottish, so I do feel some family connection. Yeah.
Have they appeared before in print?
No, they haven't. They're completely new, but they're from a little cycle of poems that I've been working on over the last few years. As actually, they're all poems with titles beginning with C. There's a very mysterious reason for that, which I won't go into here. It's just too ridiculous to bear examination. But it's once I got started, I thought I can write about almost anything by limiting myself to the letter C. One of the themes is the way men and women behave with each other. That may not be apparent in at least one of the poems, but it will be in the other. But so there's that C word, so to speak, restraint that I'm working to, but it does seem to unlock all sorts of possibilities when I'm thinking about men and women.
What's your feeling about the connection between those two poems in particular?
I suppose there's a tonal connection, which may be true of a great many of these C poems that I've been doing. There's a slightly arch and pedantic tone to them, which is important to the way they work. And aside from that, well, no, I can't. What do you see?
So I see. I don't know. I mean, I think you've got something interesting about. There's an optimism about the first poem in some ways,
yeah.
Although you end up writing off the rest of the bag of cherries. It's something fresh and exciting and pleasure in something new, virginal, I guess.
Exactly, precisely, exactly.
But then also this strange kind of dismissal of all the rest once this first pure thing has been taken.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's simply based on experience, and I'm sure it's a commonly shared experience that the first cherry of summer really and truly can't be beaten. You know, that's but of course, you know, we don't, all of us, and quite rightly, we don't stick to that one. We gobble the rest of the bag and continue. But it was just a simple fact of human experience that I wanted to put down there. It's very difficult for the poet himself or herself to say what something is about, because actually you begin by writing something about something and then it goes off on a trajectory all its own. But in the case of Cochineal, I would say it's a poem about hypocrisy, and therefore bitterness seems to me the appropriate tone. I mean, I do try to get joy and pleasure into my poems, but I suspect that if you weighed the joyous and pleasant poems against the hard-nosed, cynical ones, the latter would weigh more heavily.
That's not the C word, is it? Cynical?
Yes, there's a little bit of a cynicism in that in itself, yeah.
What have you read recently, published this year perhaps, that you've been excited about?
Oh, I've been reading books by much younger poets, poets who've had their first collections out, and I could name Sam Riviere, 81 Austerities, John Stone, School of Forgery, and Rhian Edwards' Clueless Dogs. Those are three books that have given me enormous pleasure.
And do you still see, do you still draw something from those new poets? Or do you,
I'm learning from them, yes, absolutely. They come with a much deeper understanding of the way the world works now than I do. So it'd be foolish not to listen to them. I've enjoyed this year, but it's because I've made something of it myself, I think.